deal with Carlton, so I told my supervisor, she said, okay, let's just move into another location.
Nah, that's a
Is
problem.
that, oh, you see what I mean, like moving a person to
Right, yeah.
one
problem
to
to it.
I saw something on, I was in a movie or TV show where the guy said that he went from New York City where the office was, and they transferred as a promotion to Minnesota. And Minnesota was super cold. One winter in Minnesota, he quit. You know what I'm saying? Which was that whole job out. You know what I'm saying? Spent a summer in Minnesota, you see. So in that situation, they gave him a bump, and it turned out that he
gave him a bump of salary.
I mean, a position. You got a higher position.
Hold on. So he's a screw up. It must have been white. So
I
he's a screw up.
I ain't say he was screw up. I ain't say nothing about screw up.
That's what
So
Ms.
did
Jones
he-
described.
They shipped him from New York to Minnesota?
Yeah, he got a promotion.
Promotion.
Yeah.
But was that the company way of trying to like
Yeah, they
push
said that
him
was.
out?
Yeah, that was like they said he didn't. You know, they said my father once told me at the same time that if you have someone like that, you give them a job that doesn't have any duties with it, so they get bored or going crazy, or nothing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
What? What? What are y'all talking about, bro? What are you talking
I don't know about the board part. I would probably make it difficult to read.
I'm like, I know too many people who love to get a boring job, don't have anything to do with their face.
That's you.
As a matter of fact, I know. I'm looking at somebody. I'm looking at one of the people I know who do that.
You just said it's Michael. Is that possible? I mean, for real.
Bruh.
I'm hearing something come out my ear. It's more irritating. You know what I'm saying?
So, Ms. Jones, to answer your question properly, you manage the full route. You got attendance problem. I'm assuming you
Yeah, attendance policy, but what I was told is with HR, you can't just terminate somebody. So you gotta have paper trail on this person, meaning lots of write-ups, or maybe the amount of write-ups that the company.
So, what if something was so wrong, so egregious?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you can't.
Yeah.
You can't terminate people if it's gross, like gross insubordination,
Yeah, abuse or something.
abuse, they're doing drugs, and one of my jobs, I had one employee looking at porn while he was at work.
Wow. That's what happened to a lot of government jobs. I've noticed that government workers.
Now, did they fire them? We dealt with them
Yes.
in termination.
Yes, it was termination.
Yeah.
From what I
So
was-
there's some things you can terminate, but things like attendance of performance, so performance, so you give me a little whatever if it continue to be problem, give you a 5. There's 4 different steps you can technically take.
Is it frozen? Is it frozen?
No.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if coffee should be why
Minnesota, it's cold.
they misperform. You've been misperforming, give you because you shouldn't. Understand? So I'm one of those. This Jones is also so because I manage frontline division, people often come to my department. What I want is sign off on some transfer rules of quality. That's not good.
They have to, explain that you can't just fire them like that. You have to, because they can actually, companies don't want you to go file for employment, and they don't want you to sue them, so they want to make sure they have enough. I get it. I just don't understand. Keeping a person that's just, you still here? You still here?
It doesn't have to be as painful as a process as managing to get out to people. Again, for most places out there, as long as you're doing what you do, I've been telling you fired, so you're not doing that process.
I'm not gonna fire you. I think I got let go at Giant.
Okay, now the truth comes out. You act like I didn't know. I guess I'm producing.
That's the only time I've ever been
I know, but you originally said, no, you never get
Can't
fired.
wait, can't work late sometimes.
Well, John had a policy.
Yeah,
Oh, Roman, you didn't even have a job.
no, I did. He came in late, he was always driving around his little Suzuki, picking all the money, getting around.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, you supposed to be at work today?
Came back out
Oh,
one
poor
time.
thing.
They don't believe that. I can't see it. I can't see. Excuse me, Facebook. I can't see.
Look, just worry
Can't
about
see
the
us.
conversation.
For me, I at a job, and at the time we had a new manager, and he was on this 1 minute late, you're late, you know. So I was used to coming, 10, 15 minutes late because I was coming from the city all the way to get to where the store
Right,
was.
yeah, like
I did
5
at the time.
minutes.
At the time, I did.
Hmm.
I gotta give you the address. This to me.
I'm trying to remember.
Were you in
I
school?
my first apartment I had was on 15th Street Northwest.
Oh, when you moved out by yourself, is what you're saying.
You keep leaving it.
So at the same time, we, it was a problem getting to 30 miles out to the store, But I would come within 5-10 minutes. They gave me a certain amount of time, and they finally came in and said, "No, you've been late." He was waiting at the day I got let go. He was at the time clock because I was having other people sign me in, put me in the way for the time clock.
Looking at your
Oh, everybody.
He was looking at your
What are you
talking about, bro.
Please clock me in.
Clocking
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did he end up finding them too for clocking you in?
Damn, no, ain't nobody snitched on
No,
me.
but you had the old punching time.
Yeah.
So those you can't trace.
Nah,
The ones that you do on the phone, or you can trace
I was gonna show you how old we were.
Ooh, I'm the youngest person on this thing. I don't even know what you're talking about. It's gonna be one of them shows today. I can see how this is going. I'm seeing how this is
them. We
going.
gonna be laughing all day.
So let's get into this thing. I want to talk about this. What's been on my mind? This whole Aaron Rodgers thing. You know what I'm saying? Those that don't know, Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. As Stephen A. Smith said, he's the bad man. He's supposed to be one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the league right now, according to it. I think he's a hell of a quarterback, but he's also very aloof. You mean he rubs people the wrong way. You feel like he's privileged. Well, when it came down to him having his COVID test, he said he was I can't say immunized. I'm gonna say that's what I can. Yeah, but he lied. So therefore he was around. Excuse me, he didn't lie.
He lied. He made a comment to the media.
Mm-hmm.
It's only important if he lied or didn't lie. If he's making that insertion with the Packers or the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So no, he didn't lie.
You want to go ahead and tell the story then, brother? I mean, just kill my story. I mean, you want to go ahead and take over.
What you say? He lied. I'm just trying to
He
correct
did
you.
lie.
To whom?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
All that matters about is if he lied to his boss. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And he didn't lie to his boss.
I don't know. I can't see my questions. I can't get Facebook. My Facebook is not coming up, so I can't see my questions on my phone.
Keep going.
So it came out cold. He caught COVID last week, I think, and before he had to sit out mandatory 10 days quarantine. So he missed the last game, and he might miss. I think he's eligible to come back on
Yeah,
Saturday.
he's playing us
Sunday.
And they looked horrible without him. I will not lie. They looked horrible. Shout out to Jordan Love. Jordan Tubbs from Arizona, so at the same time, I'm always following the
You
Arizona
can
Cats.
see comments.
I can't see Nate comment. So I apologize, Facebook. I can't see nothing. If it comes up, I will work on it. But anyway, I see the double standard, when it came to someone like, when he, even with someone like Stephen A. A lot of people's getting on Stephen A. Smith because he wasn't coming with the same ferocity that he was getting on Kyrie Irving with these people trying to win a championship and you're sitting at home and you're not doing this and not doing that. He didn't see that same, he said he should be suspended. But you could tell it wasn't Stephen A. When Stephen A. sticks to a point, he's usually on it. I think a little bit was said to him, like, either don't come on him hard or whatever. This is the face of the league because he is the NFL current MVP. So it's a lot of things that he got.
No, question
Mhm.
to what you just said, I didn't want to forget. NFL, correct me if I'm mistaken, their policy, is it the same as the NBA?
Mm-mm.
So what's the NBA's NFL's policy with the players getting their COVID vaccine versus the NBA?
So,
Do that first, and then I can piggyback on Kaufman.
do you know you want to?
Go ahead, I know, but go ahead.
Yeah, so it is similar to the
Okay, what is it?
So their policy is they encourage their players to get vaccinated.
Encourage, who, which one? Both?
Both.
Okay,
Both.
encourage.
Right. And but what the NFL has done is if you are if you come down with COVID and you have to miss the game, you're not going to get your paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You won't get paid like
Okay.
they did last year. But if you have been vaccinated and you've proven that you were, and you still come down with COVID, then you will get your paycheck. The NBA, basically, same thing, but there's no penalty if you do come down with COVID. What happens is with Kyrie, Kyrie, there are three locations, three cities that require, if you're indoors, that you have to be vaccinated. There's like, I think, 100 more.
Mm-hmm.
New York is one.
Mm-hmm.
Golden State, San Francisco area, and LA.
Okay.
Right.
And
And that's why Kyrie was a big issue.
in New York.
Right.
He's in New York.
Okay, so so that explains a whole lot. So you really can't really compare them to.
There's no comparison.
You can't compare that situation. Now, if Kyrie was an NFL player and that happened to him versus Aaron, I get all the argument. I
Right.
get it. But NBA, NFL, two different things. Number one, I want to ask another question. Aaron Rodgers, you have to have a COVID, you have to show COVID, a vaccine card showing that you did get your COVID shot.
I don't think they have
Right?
to show it,
I think that's what,
proof.
okay,
They
proof.
didn't, but they,
But
because
it's
of
not
who he was.
mandatory, right? Like you have to show it.
Yeah. So
He-
to that end, if in an NFL, if you are unvaccinated,
Mhm.
you're supposed to wear a mask during meetings, when you're talking with the media, and all that.
So you
stuff.
proving another point.
Right.
So I'm blaming it not on Aaron, I'm blaming it on the NFL. Because if
Okay.
Aaron is out here doing interviews
Correct.
and face masks, why isn't someone checking him
And they
making
knew
sure? Right.
So yeah, so
Right.
I agree. The NFL knew.
So I'm blaming,
and
you see where I'm going
I
with this.
agree 100%.
Right.
That's
You
why.
see where I'm
That's
going
why
with this?
I'm not buying or subscribing to the comparison with
It's not
Kyrie.
correct.
It's not the same comparison.
So at the same time, here it is. We're all
Mm-hmm.
thinking the same way, but yet, if it was a black man, somebody like Cam Newton or somebody like that, then all of a sudden, we got fines and suspensions coming up. This man is not getting. I mean, he's doing.
What-
He was fine today. He was fine this morning. He was fine. No, seriously.
No, Aaron was
I mean, I
fine.
believe
No,
him, fine.
he was
It was
fine.
fine.
But this is another thing that pissed me off with Aaron Rodgers, because he had the interview that he was on, he said something about he's not an activist, which I forget the guy's name on CBS this morning, but he corrected Aaron. He said, how can you say that when Black Lives Matter, you were the main one making a full speech in support of Black Lives Matter.
Mhm.
So now you can't
Yeah, I take that
you
back.
can't say you're not an activist when you was, so you like kind of contradicting yourself. But
Yeah.
that's all.
Man,
So, well, what's your position, Steve? You were trying to, because I don't know if this is a black and white. I
don't think so either.
it's a black to white to me too when it comes down to who it is. It's funny that it's Aaron Rodgers. I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. Don't get me wrong. He's a hell of a quarterback. Green Bay beat us the last time we went to Super Bowl, so I'm not that much of a fan of them at the same time.
That's my son team.
But I just know that the punishment wouldn't have been the same had it been black.
But it's got to be football,
Right,
because
yeah.
basketball and football is two totally
two
different.
different.
I didn't mention nothing about that.
No.
Well, you mentioned Kyrie.
Kyrie is it. That's what we were saying.
Right, but I'm saying, but and just to be clear, what's name is not the only quarterback that's not unvaccinated.
Kirk Cousins.
Right, there's quite a few
It's
of
a
them.
bunch of them.
Right, but the one that we know of that's black that was unvaccinated, Cam Newton, is all of a sudden it's funny he's out the league
Well, no, he was picked up with the
I mean,
Panthers.
today.
That's
Right, I mean today. I assume
I mean,
today,
all
you
this
know,
stuff came out today, so.
bro is an ass, man. We're gonna do some shit that Jesus, no.
Well, and then what you gotta put in the account to look who Cam was employed by. He was employed with the Bill Mark, huh? So Belichick, Belichick, bro, he manages differently. So so you gotta take that out. You gotta put that into consideration.
No.
Because Belichick is basically saying, as my quarterback, I'm not willing to risk our season by you making the decision to beat me back to you. And so, Bill can make that. He can make that decision and won't receive any pushback. It's the rest of the league probably won't be able to get
Can I share something with y'all?
Absolutely.
I want y'all honest opinion.
Mhm.
This happened this morning to me. I actually posted about it. I went to the gas station this morning. Should I name the gas station or should I do that? Okay. Got you. Okay, I'm gonna name this anonymous gas station.
You can't handle what the hell.
No, I walked in. I walked in. I went like last week, the week before last. I walked in there, masked up, getting my coffee, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, gosh, dang, did I miss something? Did the mask mandate come off in PG County? Like 20 people in there, no mask at all, walking. Coffee, construction workers, working. I'm like, okay, hold up, stop, pump the brakes, hold up. Like, where the manager at? The manager's like, she said, well, I tried, but I'm not going to sit here and argue with them. I said, okay, so I'm looking around for mask signs. I said, oh, they don't have no mask signs on the front door like all the other stores.
Right.
So I said, okay, let me just call their corporate office, which I did. Spoke to somebody, they was like, oh no. She said, can you do me a favor? Is there mask signs on the door? Like, no.
Can I ask you why you call? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I'm people like, why would you call? I'm just
Because
Why not?
because
Why-
no,
Can I ask you?
because and it's the manager
In
in me
you, right. That's
that
exactly.
sees something's being run wrong, and I'm like, let me correct. It's just in me.
Yeah,
But
he's
not
never
only that,
managing it. That's
I
what-
could tell that manager didn't know what she was doing
Right.
at all.
Right.
So I'm like, can you do, when she brushed me off, instead of her saying, oh, let me go and fix this, she was like, well, I don't feel like arguing with them. No, you a manager. You need to manage this operation. They left this business.
Right, she's a weak manager. I got
Right.
that.
So wait a minute. So what I did that, I said, you know what? Freaking, I'm calling the health department.
Good for you.
Call the health department. The next day I went in there. That sign was posted on the wall. But today I went in this morning, same thing. But the sign was on the door.
But
So
nobody's enforcing.
and the people that didn't wear the mask, I don't want to sound racist, but you already know who.
Mhm.
Yeah. They had no mask on. So I was like, wait a minute, what's up? What's going on? Me being the person I am, I did make a sound. I was like, wait a minute. Why y'all out here with no mask on? We gotta wear our mask, and everybody looking. It's like, yeah, she right. Why y'all don't have no mask on? So now it's an uproar in the store because everybody's like, what the hell is this? We'll make your office. I said, the manager, get her a mask, please. I said, I'm gonna call the health department again.
Alden thinks you're a snitch.
I mean, but we're getting coffee.
He
No,
thinks you're a snitch.
listen, they're coughing.
Roman, I can speak for myself.
No, but listen, Roman, they're coughing and they're handling, because that particular gas station, the food is sitting out.
Mm-hmm.
So you over there, you breathing over coffee and you ain't got no mask on. I'm like, come on, y'all, come on. Snitch or no snitch? I don't care.
Go ahead. So
Oh, yes,
tell us
Shout
your
out.
opinion about
Snitch all
being a
day.
snitch.
Shout out to Lynette Wilson. Thanks for watching there. Danny Hill, Medina Collins, Tanya Dolette.
Hey, Medina.
Tanya, how you deal with your cousin? This dude is aggravating. Oh my God.
Say what?
So
No,
no,
cousin
come on.
online.
So tell everybody about your opinion about what Miss Jones just said. Go ahead, tell us.
Concentrate on the snitch.
That's not the snitch. What?
It
My
just
answer comes
disturbed me, Carlton.
I understand that, but I know it from the other side,
Yeah.
What other side? Tell me.
where the cashier was catching hell for something when she told somebody to put their mask on. They came at her and started coming with the cussing out, said, "I'll smack the shit out you, bitch. You ready?" You know what I'm saying? She just felt like she wasn't gonna do it no more. Not the same gas station, because I
I
don't
got
know, but
you,
I've
I
seen that same type of thing.
Mhm.
Tell me one more thing.
Mhm.
229.
I wouldn't even do 229. I'll call it 911. Police need to come here. We got an irate customer in the store that's refusing to wear their mask. We have a wet mask.
Yeah.
So
Right.
To your point.
manage.
Right.
Well, to your point.
Manage.
What
Who's
happens?
manager?
What happens when you say, okay, 229? Nah, I ain't paying for this either.
'Cause you
So what
can't
should
defer
they do?
if
Just let them
without
go?
the mask on.
I mean, they would let them go, but to Ms. Jones' point, the manager should be calling the authority.
Yeah.
I mean, I know with you,
Caution probably in the
let me
flirt
tell
with the
you-
ladies.
I know, right? That's all it's gonna be, to flirt with the ladies.
In my neighborhood where I grew up, right?
Lord. Oh yeah, the mean streets of
Whatever.
Silver Spring, Maryland.
We didn't mean streets of mine. We don't call the police. We never did.
Dude,
We don't call the police.
Caution, this is an operation, it's a store.
I'm damn sure not calling for police because somebody didn't have their mask on.
No, not one person, 20 people in your.
25, 30.
No.
Okay.
so if you're the store owner.
I'm not the store.
No, I'm
Don't
asking.
put me in
you.
these things.
No, because you're Mr.
I don't
CEO.
appreciate it.
You gotta have your own business. You're Mr. CEO. You
Matter
gotta
of
have
fact,
your
I'm
own
gonna
business.
do like they did.
So
in that
somebody
movie.
has your. So let me just ask
I'm
you.
gonna do like American Gangster. Don't nobody talk to me. You talk to Miss Jones. Miss Jones talk to me. That's how I go. I don't want to hear.
I want
You want to talk to Huey.
I want to peel back this onion a little more. You're Mr. CEO. You gotta own your own business. You're pushing all that. Now you got your own business, but people are refusing to follow protocols. If they don't follow protocols, well, what happened is you will get fined
And
because people are not wearing masks. But you refuse to call the popo because in the mean street of Silver Spring where you grew up, where y'all don't call police. Come on, tell me, Mr. CEO, how are you managing? This doesn't make no damn sense. You don't call. So
I'm not calling
as the
police.
business
I'm
owner,
not calling police on that.
so how are you managing?
I'm not calling police.
You,
I'm
so
not
if you're
calling
fined,
police.
if you're fined $500,000 for not enforcing wear a mask rule in the state of Maryland,
I'm not
which is
calling
required.
dog. I'm not calling police.
I get that. So
No,
how
just
you
be
manage
quiet,
it?
but let that go.
No, how you manage
I
it?
don't. I'm not the manager of the store.
I'm telling you, if you're the owner, if you're the owner, this is your store.
Hey,
Mr. Own your own business. This is your own business now.
I don't own this business, so you want how I would do it and how the manager do it. Let's go ahead. I'm not. I think it's petty. I'm not. Hey,
No, it's not petty.
It's not petty till you have to pay that fine, right?
I'm
Don't make no
It's
sense.
not petty when somebody coughing on your bagel
But I said I can go.
with no mask.
Yeah,
I'm
and
trying
then customers stop coming.
Hold on. Now, hold on now. At the same
They
time.
was coughing and everything.
Exactly.
Now, it also depends on the area that you're in. Now, you and I both know, if we go to some spots in PG County, it's gonna be a problem if somebody say, "Hey, put a mask on," or "Don't call for my food," or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I seen people get chewed out for they told the kid to get away from the candy aisle. Don't you talk to my kid like that? You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of attitude that some of these people are being tackled.
I agree. No, I agree 100% with that.
I'm not even. Why are you, Huey? Talk to Huey. Don't talk to me.
But can I say this? I don't know if I'm able to say this, but the people that were not wearing the mask was not black people. Everybody in the Wawa, I just said this company. Everybody in the store actually was black, African American, had masks on.
And the ones who what?
Exactly.
So can I get back to you?
Please.
So because okay, I'm gonna speak to Ms. Jones because apparently she's the one who has a little bit of a sense here. So if I'm the owner of this store, rather get fined $500,000, Ms. Jones, for example, rather get fined for $500,000. Rather get fined for $500,000. What I might decide to do is perhaps hire a police officer as security to stand in front of the door and let them be the ones responsible for telling people before they come into the store, you gotta have a mask on. Right? So now that might be an extra expense on my tab, but at the end of the day, I will not be fined and lose customers later. As a responsible
It's a gas station,
CEO.
bro. It's a gas station, bro.
It's not it. No, Wawa is more than just a gas station.
It's a gas station.
Wawa is bigger than a gas station, bro. Have you been to Wawa?
It's not the department store. It's not that.
No.
It's gas.
But it's somebody's business, bro.
Oh my, come on, man. Let me talk about the.
But it's not. Is it not somebody's business?
It's a big franchise.
You know how big the franchise is, though. Roman's got to pay apples with apples, but he trying to have a $500,000 fine. Nigga, please. Ain't nobody charging no $500,000
I'm
fine. Ain't no
making
gas
it-
station for them not wearing a mask.
How do you know?
How do you know?
And gas stations are not making a lot of money?
Are they getting fined $500,000 for somebody not wearing a mask? Are you serious?
I'm putting an example out there. That's
But
what
your
I'm doing.
example was horrible.
Okay, even if it's $200, it might be $5,000. So the point of the matter is, if the governor wants to enforce
And
the
so-
mask mandate, they're going to fine people who don't enforce it.
Okay,
And as a business owner, yes, you know, get your own business.
right.
So let's manage it appropriately, don't you think?
It's always the ones that work 9 to 5 that gonna tell you what you would do if they own their own.
Well, it's always the ones who claim to get your own business don't know how to freaking operate it.
How you don't know how to operate?
Uh-oh.
Until you in that position, you can't say that.
I'm in the
You want
position
somebody to call
where
you every
I
time
operate.
somebody not wearing a mask in your store. That's what you want.
No, I'm gonna hire a police officer to enforce
Okay,
it.
well then you hire some police officers. Some people can't afford to hire.
No, but I know where you come from in the mean streets of Silver
What
Spring.
they gonna do for
That-
the main streets in Silver Spring?
That you don't call the popo.
Switch this subject. Let's do here. It's irritating, man. For real, we
Dude,
go
you
down
know,
those streets of Silver Spring. Let's talk, man. Can't stand this dude. Frank, go ahead and cut me out. I'm out of here. I'm gonna do like Lil Durk did at Howard Home. He said he don't feel it no more. I'm just getting out of here. I don't feel it. He right here. Eric, he been like this since grade school. He's been tough like this. We can make go out for on Friday, the end of the weekend. We can make go and Miss Jackson, you didn't give us the homework like you told us it earlier. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. I don't understand this. You remember you said you were gonna give us a test when we walk in the room? I mean, we've been in class 10 minutes. Where's the test? What's wrong with it?
Because Roman said he's ready.
Well, Miss
Hey, bro. Hey, Frank, when you study, hey, bro, you better give me that damn quiz you said you gonna give. People like when we didn't study, you like, oh, Roman, damn.
Anytime you want to go GPA versus GPA, you let me know.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop.
Thomas bro. You act like I don't know you took the small yellow bus to school. You act like I wasn't there. Okay? Small yellow bus. You can say you came from Haiti.
All I know.
You came from Haiti, wasn't used to the
All I know
was the United
all
States.
I know is you used to copy off my paper.
Never.
Small yellow bus and everything.
Never. I might have borrowed a pencil from you. Something like that. That was about it.
Well, I had to teach you how to use is, are. Family using. Family using that. When are we going out? He'll spell it W-I-N. And I had to teach him. No, bro, it's
Anytime they want to go,
W-H-E-N.
anytime you want to go GPA, I have every last one of my own report cards.
Yeah, okay.
Every one.
Yeah, the ones with the you're just gonna show a race marks.
You remember that?
Yeah, no, I remember you doing it, yeah.
So in Maryland, it's $5,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was $4,500 short
Right.
of my $500 exam.
No, you
So
said
would you-
500,000. That's what you said.
I did not say
You did
500.
say
I said
$500,000.
$500.
$500,000 fine. That's what he said.
It's $5,000.
Thank you, Ms. Jones.
It's
So,
$5,000.
Mr. Own My Own Business,
No
how
business-
would you accept that?
No business person want a citation.
Not
And
Mr.
several citations.
Not
That's no
Mr.
$500,000 when you are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. Who can live off $500,000 fine? But you gonna hire someone to watch the door and stuff because we're not getting a $500,000.
Even if it's $5,000, I'm hiring somebody to watch it.
Okay. Well, go snitch then.
No. See, I told you to say you're a snitch.
I said, go snitch.
Hey, I don't care. If I'm coming paper down to your store and I want some coffee, I don't want nobody with no mask coughing over my head. Cover your mouth.
I agree with it. I'm not mad at you. I agree with
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they got.
How long do you stay in the store? Do you
But
stay in
you
the
know-
store for a period of time,
No,
for an hour, watching
Because-
everybody come in and
because let
out?
me tell you something. What really pissed me off though, it wasn't about snitching. It was the entitlement attitude that they had when we all in the store telling them why y'all had no mask on. They didn't give up. It was like,
But it's not their fault.
right.
You
I'm just
made the
saying,
point
you know,
perfectly
yeah,
clear. It's
like,
the person
it was
who's managing the
entitlement.
store.
Like, I don't wear no mask.
Man, that's what they got now with the Karens of the world. They got so many stories. There was one in Arby's the other day. and she didn't have a mask on. The man said it like 10, 12 times, can you please put a mask on, please? And I don't have to do it. It says in the Constitution of the United States that I can do it. You know, she just went into that. I call the police. They'll see that I'm right. I know I'm right. I don't have to do it. You know, that's how that attitude that, you know what I'm saying, that they have. I noticed this with Caucasian service. You tell them that they can't do something, they're going to do it. They're going to be up in arms about it. That's all it comes down to. You can't do this. You can't say the N-word. What do you mean? We was the one that gave the N-word the N-word. Why can't we say it? That's what I've used. My grandfather used it. I should be able to use it too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, off this subject, for real. Off that. I was just. I'm in a thing where I'm in an old school frame of mind real quick on something. I'm curious. You have kids, Ms. Johnson. Do you come home and tell the kids we having this for dinner, or are you on the one where I see now where they're asking the kids what they want for dinner? Therefore, there's 3 different things for give to the kids. You know, I want spaghetti, I want hamburgers, I want chicken. And mom is fixing all 3 meals to the kids, all 3 kids. So it's like, my mom never told us, what do we want? She was always questioning.
I cook, whatever we gonna eat is what we eat.
Roman?
That's just me.
What you doing? Good. No phones or anything on the air, right?
What turn your shit off?
I'm turning the question.
When you turn your, don't tell me about mine.
What's up, Miss Shockley, Miss Lisa? I think that's Miss Lee. What is it? Lily.
So I grew up obviously in that era too. My mom, whatever she made is what we eat. But I'm good though. If before I cook something, I'm gonna ask my kids, hey, what you got taste for? I'm good with that. It's not a big issue for me.
Obviously.
But why you do the opposite?
Yeah,
You just gonna cook.
I'm cooking. Now
whatever you feel like.
Whatever I feel about, whatever we might have in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't have to be what I want. You know what I'm saying?
And that's fair.
Thank you.
But could that could be different though with ages too. Like if you got a teenage son, you're not gonna, we're cooking this for dinner. No, it's basically you and him. So if he wants spaghetti, he gonna fix him something and you gonna fry some chicken. Versus little ones,
you're gonna make
like, I'm gonna cook and they gonna eat whatever.
Right.
Because otherwise then you basically wasting food.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And wasting food and food, if y'all notice, is starting up high. Inflation is real. I went to the store. I'm a salmon type of guy, and I heard you this other day say that. I think it was on your Facebook.
Yeah.
It's no L in salmon.
People keep saying salmon.
I
never heard salmon.
I say it myself because that's how I look. Somebody
But
told
I
me
never
that.
heard you say it that way though.
Oh, I always like saying I was always salmon. Yeah.
Butcher the English.
And then when they say it's no L, they butcher the English. I guess I deserve this today. All day today. And that was me to ask them to come on the show. I can't. I don't know. My mama said you got to be nice to all.
Speaking of moms, man, you know she ain't not going out next week.
Yeah,
It's her birthday,
right?
17th, right?
17th.
Yeah, I gotta take her out to lunch.
My mom called me. My mom called me today at 7:15 this morning. I was on my exercise.
Okay.
And so,
hold on, time out. What the hell exercise are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I was on my exercise.
What are you watching the Jane Fonda tapes again? What are you talking about?
Jane Fonda?
I know. I mean, that's his age.
Jane Fonda?
That's his age group.
Shiny spandex.
That's called
20-minute workout? Jane Fonda?
Bruh.
Really?
And reach.
That's Carlton. He's
reach.
Hold on, bro. You really exercise? Seriously, man. Please tell me.
Every day, I'll walk 3 to 4 or 5 miles a day.
Oh, okay. But you told us you were running 10 miles.
Sometimes I run. That's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm not trying to put that out there like that. That's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? You know how the night was. And so I was like, Mom, I said, Mom, I exercise right now. I said, it's it an emergency or something? She said, no, you can call me back. I said, I ain't gonna call you back because it's like a half hour or so. So, it turned into about an hour before I called her back. And so she was just like, just give me a rundown of the stuff that she wanted. She wanted me to find out what's going on about, the house we have in the city and things of that nature. And so I was like, she's like, my mom has a lot of time on that since she's retired now. So a lot of what she does, she'll talk to these people who call and try to get her to sign up for these services and things like that. So she lives in right on outskirts of Baltimore, so BG&E, it was Baltimore Gas and Electric. It was like, have us come over there to do the service, and we'll charge you $39.99, but if something breaks, it's free, things of that nature. So she was like, I'm waiting for them to come over here. I had last week I had Verizon at the house, but now my home service doesn't work. It's always been a thing. I was like, wow, you stop saying yes to all these people. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, no, I want that because I got this new phone. It blocks the telemarketers from calling, and I hate telemarketers. I said, well, that's part of the world we live in. The telemarketer's gonna call. No, but I got this phone that blocks all of them, but I can't use this phone because Verizon doesn't agree with it or whatever, and this and that. And so you see her getting mad. I'm like, Ma, it's nothing you can do. Deal with it. No.
There, just tell her to call me. I don't know why the hell she's calling me.
I think I erased your name out of my mother's phone.
I swear
to God.
So that's probably why
My
she
family
called
hates
me.
Roman. Roman's,
Not your mother.
Roman would call. She was nice to Roman because Roman had just lost his mother at the time. And so my mother was being super nice. But then Roman took that to way past where it needed to be.
I don't know what you told me when we went out to lunch.
Miss Profit, would you like to go out to eat with me? I have nothing to do.
This dude was look, this dude get mad. Last time she and I went out to brunch.
He sent me a picture of him, man. Who does that? Who does that? He sent me a picture of my mother. And my mother had a friend at the time, 3 of them, and they at the little burger spot, you know what I'm saying? Roman is so nice. You know what I'm saying? Roman does this. Man, Roman does. Let me tell you what Roman do. Frederica, what's up, cousin? So, it's certain people. Roman has always been that type of individual. One reason I really hung with Roman, Roman's very good in sports stuff. I give Roman that. That's about it. He's not the smartest guy in the world. He cannot play cards. Roman used to be my spade farmer. Then,
Hey, Jerry, please call. Please call me. Talking about playing cards.
He is horrible at playing cards. I mean,
yeah, okay. So everything he said, trust me, is the opposite. But let's get into some real deep stuff. Last week we had a very spirited conversation after the show. In the studio with O leading the conversation.
Oh,
our producer.
He did that.
Yeah, he was asking all the.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
You asking if I'm 61, 62.
All right.
No, you losing your
I
mind.
mean, your birthday's coming quick. You know what I'm saying? You was born in 50 what?
Huh?
1950 what?
Huh?
1950 what?
67, my friend. 67.
Whoa, man.
What are you, 68?
Whoa.
I mean, I know you look 40 years. It's 1940.
Boy, 1985. Boy, it was that.
Bro, he graduated in
Whoa.
in college, that is.
85.
So, Oprah presented some very interesting questions last week. Now, we had a few women around. Yeah, I'm sweating too. Where Sherry, did you turn off the air or something?
Those
We had the world's best intern. Shout out to Bowie Stacy, Miss Shay.
Sherry, did I say that right? Sherry.
Shay. No phones while we're on the air. No phones while we're on the air.
So Oprah presented some very deep, insightful questions that drove a lot of conversation between folks who was here. So he talked about single mothers raising young men, young black men specifically.
Oh, you meant that when we was all over there. I apologize. Gotcha.
So you forgot that. You really forgot. So one of the questions he posed was, when black men are not prepared in life in many ways, especially when it comes to truth, who or what is the blame? Is it the single mothers who are raising these black men? Or is it the absentee fathers and wives? They are these. There's no doubt.
Before we answer one thing, one question, I just want to say for those who tuned in who are watching Unleashed, we're here every Thursday from 6:30, 7 o'clock to 8. Thank you, Fred Reed, for welcome to this great topic. We're here every Thursday. Mr. Jones, myself, Mr. Roman, Chris, anytime you need to call them up, you can call
814.
Say that again for people that might be like yourself.
814.
Good.
All right, Mr. Jones, lay it on this. I call to he does it all the time.
That's Miss Smith. Go ahead.
So the question is, when black men who are raised by a single mother, single black mother, when they're ill-prepared in life, mainly to treat or to conduct themselves appropriately in a relationship. Is the mother, single mother, more blame, or is it lack of not having a father?
I would agree with you.
A woman cannot, to me personally, I'm gonna speak for myself. I can't raise my son. Can't do it. I can just teach him pretty much basic stuff like how, manners, how to treat ladies, but as far as being built for society and actually just being a man himself to grow, he needs a man.
Any examples that you can tell? Any concrete examples? When you're playing football,
Oh, yeah. If I took for instance, I mean, like the male that I had in my life, who I love, strong man.
Shout him out on social media. Shout him out.
Yeah, he's just my friend. That's all I love him.
Me too.
But he, and my son loves him. But for instance, like my son, I noticed he's chick. I told him to do something and he ignored me a couple of times. I had to repeat myself and when I got angry, he said something smart out of his mouth. I walked up to him. He bucked. Like, oh, okay. Now, and he getting taller than me. I'm short. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I ain't doing this. I know who I'm gonna get to handle you. So when my friend came over and he said, where he at? In the back room, I backed up. I didn't go and correct my friend and told him, no, don't talk to my son that way. You can't touch him that. No. He leaves, I'm gonna let him leave. Get that ass. We right back there in that room back there. We shut the door and I never interrupted. And that's the problem I know with a lot of women, with single moms, with kids. You want the guy to come to the rescue, but then you're trying to tell him what to do with your child first. So I don't know if that answers your question.
No.
That's just me. That's how my household is.
I understand the standards going for those
Yeah.
who might not understand. To me, you can't do it. Is it something that stops you from training him to be like a man? I agree with him. You said as a woman, you don't know how it is
Right.
to raise a man. I respect that. I think you're 100% right.
But can I say this too? I don't even want my son around me all the time. Like, I don't want him seeing me dress. I don't want him to just be, like, when I say dress, like, kicking out my clothes. I don't want him around me 24/7 up under me all the time. I want him to be around my brothers, my friends, males, like positive, strong males. I just want him to just be a boy turn into a man. I don't want.
We got a couple
I
responses
just.
here. Frederica said no one is at fault. Meanwhile, a male child needs a man to instruct him. And Mr. Frankie Ball said both are to blame. Okay? He said so it's shame on both sides. I'm gonna piggyback off Frankie for a minute. I know a young lady who was upset with her baby daddy and who didn't like him. Her used to criticize the father, baby daddy, was like a child, whereas the child started believing what his mother was saying.
That's manipulation.
Yeah. So it's a dynamic that is a problem. You know, the male not being in the house is huge. There's certain things that we do that come from male that we instruct to a family the woman might not be for me as well. Case in point, I was at a dinner party. I think I mentioned this. I was at a dinner party and we can visit table. The table held 8 people. Had 8 people, and it was 2 people at the chair. Sorry, there's 2 people at the table. I was with a big, and there was 3 chairs about where we were, and then there was 2 chairs that was open, and the guy had 2 young ladies with him. So the 2 young ladies stopped and talked to somebody. The guy came over, and he looked at me, mostly like, "Hey, can I sit in your seat?" And I told him, "Yeah, go ahead, maybe go ahead," right? And so he put his stuff there, and then after he put his stuff there, he came over. He didn't come over. He just told me, "I have you on my name, is whatever it was." And I said, "Hey, see," I sweet. And look back, and he didn't say anything to my date, right? And my date took it personal. Like, he could have said something to me. I said, "You can't go. He's not allowed to come home." He's not. I mean, he can't. He's not allowed. If I want to date with somebody, you can't speak to him unless you know that. Yeah, not to say, "Oh, he's not. For me, I'm not. I was taught that he can't speak. He needs to speak to me before he can speak to you."
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying.
But he didn't acknowledge it at all.
Right, he did. He spoke to me.
That was weird.
That is.
Because he spoke to you, and he should have said, like you said, after, hey, like, he didn't have to keep smiling on his face, but, after you, the pinky would just be like, how you doing?
I'm not mad at the same time. I mean, I could have said, "Hey, this is such and such," you know what I'm saying? This is, saying, but I didn't mention that. And I didn't mention the same thing. I wouldn't go to his 2 ladies that he with. He's like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Carl." You know what I'm saying? I just met your boy over here. Nah, you wouldn't do that.
That's also from upbringing, because I have a problem with a man that don't open the door, because I am one of the females that when y'all do open the door for me, I am crazy. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Do you do the trick in the book, in the movie?
Yeah.
Reach over on the door.
And
Yeah.
They don't do it.
Yeah,
You
and
don't
if
need
it's
to do that
if
anymore.
it's a double door, they open for me, and I'm coming in front, I open the door for the guy. Like, that's just me.
Even if they, like Roman said, so if you got most people got the remote to open the door. So when you doing that, do they still come open the door, or do they unlock it?
No, my dude coming right to open the door for me. He just, like I said, old school. He's been raised from
So going back to the situation, how far do you allow your significant
Good question.
Yep.
Ask very few good questions.
Yeah. First of all, me too. I'm just saying, for single moms that's building a relationship with the guy and the person that I'm with, the first thing he told me before we even started dating was, if your kids do not love me or like me, we can't date. That's number 1. So he already established a relationship with my kids, with our kids. But with that discipline, my son respects him so much that he don't even have to put his hands on him.
What about your daughter? Can he discipline your daughter?
He disciplined, but she's like, she's just adorable. She's just a well-mannered child.
And discipline, just so we're clear.
Because he respects
Yeah.
him. And just his voice, if he know that he's in trouble, it's like my son just straightens up. Like, he just.
Yeah, and just to be clear, when I'm asking discipline, it doesn't necessarily mean putting your hand.
Yeah, but no, talk to him and go in that room, when the door shut and they talking, I don't bother. I don't bother. it's like a whole other outcome when my son come out there. So,
And see, I know under this one, over 18, but you can listen. Imagine you was a 13, and you are a significant other.
reverse it.
Yeah,
With the
you are
women,
new
with the
significant
children. How would
other.
that be?
Yeah, you significant other. Would you allow her to discipline him?
They don't know what he was doing. If it's a situation where is, you know, he's cooking and left the flame on, which he does, has happened before, you know what I'm saying? And she was there and seeing that and did that. Hey, you need to turn that off, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, she's absolutely right. It's not worth my house burning down. You know what I'm saying? If it was something else where, it depends on the situation. Maybe if it was something that is life-threatening, as a fire, you know what I'm saying? I might want to be in control of that. But
Let me ask you this.
I feel like I'm just being picked out on here. You know what I'm saying?
I've been asking him.
I mean, I know you married the first girl you ever went out with and stuff. I got that.
I'm happily married.
Right. You never dated.
Happily ever after.
I got you. Hold on. I got to do one thing for you. It is Veterans Day, so I want to shout out to all the veterans. Shout out to all the veterans out there. You know what I'm saying? Who serve the country. Hey, shout out to you, man. Everybody that's a veteran out there, take my hat off to you. Mr. Dwayne Delahousse. Dwayne is my dude from New Orleans. That's my buddy.
What's up, boy? So let's get back to this question. He's trying to sidestep the question. But anyway, so you're putting limitations on how she can discipline. You said it depends on what she was saying.
I'm trying to figure out why.
No. Isn't that limitation when you said it depends on the situation?
Yeah.
So now let's say she's bringing a child to the table, and she limits your authority.
Not with me.
So what?
He's doing something wrong. Tell him no. I'm if he's doing something wrong, tell him.
Okay. So
Or her, I want to say it so
so listen, since we're sticking with, since we're talking about son, so assuming it's her son, you want to have carte blanche authority,
I'm thinking I'm dating somebody that has the same mindset as myself.
which is
Or whatever.
allow.
We
But she can't discipline.
She
your
can't
son,
I told her she could.
but within limitation.
Yeah, well, same thing with me with limitation to her.
That's not what I heard you say.
I think it's different with women than men. I think men a little bit more easier to discipline their whoever they dating, whatever, versus women. Because women, I can't see a man dating a woman. She has no kids, but he has a 19-year-old daughter, 18, 17-year-old daughter, and all I see is sass. And you ain't my mom, and I ain't even doing nothing. I see that more than the opposite. If the male that the mom had is like actually that role model.
I agree with that age. At that age, what if she was 8?
8 might be a little.
Well, you have a young daughter.
I have, well, my youngest is 7.
Right. So when she was 12, okay, would you allow, if you wasn't married, if you was, you know, the son never came to her senses and got rid of you like I think you should, if, you know, you was on a situation where you was, you know, dating again or whatever, dating again, you only dated one person, so it's like, you know, but is there a situation where if your daughter was at a friend's house and was doing something inappropriate, you know what I'm saying, can the father of her friend's house that she's over, can you say something to her? Okay. Can you spank her?
Hell no. Nobody putting their hands on child. But this, again, discipline doesn't always necessarily.
Okay. Now, say it was something outrageous. Did something, she set the house on fire accidentally.
Well, he still can't put his hand on it, but he can certainly call me.
Right. Now, it came from a situation where it was the village raised a child. And in those situations, I know as a child, I can get in trouble from any of my neighbors on the street.
Right, trying to put the fine in trouble.
If I'm at the corner and my people told me to stay out the corner and I'm at the corner and
Right.
one of the neighbors see me,
Yeah, I get that part. Define what action they will take.
oh, I've been hit us in the back of my head for using the preposition at the end of the word.
By whom? By whom? You're talking
By
about a neighbor?
Yeah.
Say,
If I say something like, hey, where was y'all at? And she
I
heard it.
describe it.
That's because you don't know that the preposition that's supposed to be ended in city. That's what you don't know.
I talked to you.
You know what I'm saying?
You weren't paying attention. You were sleeping in this class.
Certain English terms is for you. You know?
But dude, I'm not letting. No. It's if it's a family member, yes, I'm good with you respecting the child. But I'm not just letting a stranger. I believe in the theory. I believe in the concept of the neighborhood raising a child.
What about a teacher?
Hell no.
I'm talking about not spanking, but teacher.
Discipline?
Discipline.
Yes, I teach my kids to respect authority.
Okay.
And whenever I'm in front of the teacher and my kids, as much of angels as they are, they've had issues with school, and I've had to go up there and address their issues. When I'm in front of the teacher, you know what I'm doing? I'm taking the teacher's side, right? Because they need to respect authority, right? And then I'll ask them to excuse us, and then I'll address the teacher more appropriately if I believe that they were out of hand or wrong, right?
Mr. Frankie Ball says a biological parent has to set the tone with respect to the step parent.
Agreed.
Everybody has to play the bad cop.
Agreed.
Mrs. Frederica Williams, that's my type.
I don't believe in steps.
Said
I
that-
say Melissa's.
But
Steps are just stairs.
She said there's an underlying root for children to be rebellious to step parents. If the person stepping in acting as a parent do not allow agape love, then disappointed in chest.
you're gonna read it, girl. You're gonna get challenged.
She said there's an underlying root for children to be rebellious to step parents. I agree with that. If the person stepping in acting as parent does not show agape love, then disappointed in chest having a child, whether it be male or female, will be very challenging. I think something came out of that.
Yeah. So I think Ms. Jones, you hit the point. I think the age difference. If a new addition comes into a child's life when they're 14, 15, 16 years old,
They older,
it's a different.
That's a rough
That's a
road.
rough time to come
If
into.
they little, they can like grow into that person and they can I know this person. They was
I will tell you,
7, 6.
I have a stepson, and that's got to be the hardest job in America.
How old was you when you came
8. So, but I mean, I didn't really have no super bad thing. It's lack of respect at times too. It's a situation where you're not my dad. You know, you can't tell me what to do. That type of
and
stuff.
how did his mother respond? And responded to you discipline.
Well, me and his mother's on the same page. I think they have to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? So she's not going to allow the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? You might see the disrespect in another way. If it's me, if me and him and she's not home, the disrespect might be tough. But at the same time, he knew what I was there. You know, he also knew, you know, what his father. You know what I'm saying? His father ain't nothing. His father, you know, so he knows who dad was. I mean, to this day, you know, we don't share the same last name. But I'm his father. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to call him father, dad, call him birthday. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? Love him just like I love my own child. You know, but at the situation, it's been moments when it was strange. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, but if you really think, and I get it, I'm not trying to put you on your
I don't have issues.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, no,
like
I
I see
agree.
when I see my son interacting with my friend, they're like my son, like grabs him when he comes to the door. And
How is it?